Joining me now is Thomas Petterfee. He's the founder of Interactive Brokers. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. It's a pleasure to have you on, Mr. Petterfee. Of course, a lot of people would love to be successful. You really made it in decades. You were super successful. Which tips do you have maybe for traders out there?
Learn as much as you can and try again.
What's your secret? Was it always like to be outside in the world, be open-minded and read the news?
Well, I do read the news and I try to develop my own thoughts rather than listening to other people as to how to do things.
And also, are you reading books of these Wall Street legend? Is this also something you could learn from?
So I have never read a book in my life about trading. People are either good traders or they are good writers. It's hard to be both. The stories of people are interesting, but the legends usually are not positive figures, because you look at people. The real legends are the people who really grew to big heights and then exploded. It's a funny thing.
There are always good and bad times in life, right? And what did you learn from maybe times that were more struggling and maybe not that successful? Was it making you stronger?
Well, the idea is if you really are convinced that you can do something, then just go and do it, and don't, whatever difficulties come up, just try to deal with it and don't give up.
What do you need to be a successful trader or entrepreneur?
Well, I think you got to learn how things are done and why, and how you can do them differently in order to do them better. So it is actually not. It is important to understand what the final goal of any process is, and then you look at how people are doing it, and you see why are they doing it that way. There are so many simpler ways of doing it, and including how to apply automation and technology to all these processes. And I do not understand why people are so slow. People are focusing on sales and not on the process. And so when you focus on the process, you can gain advantages and efficiency, and that enables you to lower the price, which makes sales much easier.
And of course, if you have a good idea, it's important that you execute this idea.
Well, that's what it's all about, right?
I mean, I think there are so many, maybe also young founders out in Silicon Valley. They have good ideas, but it's so hard to execute that. You did it.
It's always hard to execute. It's always, ideas are a dime a dozen. It's always the execution, and so sometimes the best ideas emerge when you are trying to get around the barriers that you encounter when you're trying to execute your ideas.
You worked so much in your life. How did you manage the work-life balance? Are you doing anything nice for fun?
I tell you honestly, the people, friends, and lovers blame me for not being there for them enough, because I just like to work.
Still today?
Still today. Right.
What are your future goals? What would you like to reach?
I just like to have more customers, happier customers, and I'd like my customers to do well.
If you have 3 advices for our viewers, or maybe the the founders at home, your kids, whatever, what would be the 3 advices for you, from you?
I would say first, do things on your own rather than hiring people to do them for you, because it often happens that those people steal your money one way or the other, either directly or merely by doing favors for others with your money. And so I would think that if you're interested in trading, then learn about how to trade. And if you're not interested, then invest in some broad-based portfolios, like we just recently came out with smart beta portfolios where people can invest in a portfolio that is automatically managed, and all we're charging is 8 basis points a year. So you can beat that.